Hello, hello. This is Anthony Gray. Welcome to Grayscale. As you may have ascertained from the time of this videotaping, I haven't been doing any tutorials as of late. That's because I was kind of involved doing this guy. Alright, I put the headshot up there, but it's pretty much completed. I just got to put the finishing touches on it. Alright, I figured I'd do something here just to break up a little bit of the monotony of doing that assignment. Alright, as you can see, I put painter's tape on 9x12 panel board. Yep, working on panel board this time, guys and ladies. And I think I'll do some kind of bird and floral thing with some kind of crazy background of some sort. Alright, so obviously there'll be a few jump cuts as this stuff dries. The weather's starting to break, so I really don't have my little mini heater on. It's not even in the room here. Okay, but that's alright. Just trying to figure out what colors I'm going to add into this. Alright, I was even thinking of just putting separate colors on each one, let it dry, and then doing the crazy stuff. But all depends. If I wanted something a little different, then I'll wait for it to dry and I can just glaze over the different patterns if I want to do it that way. So many different ways to approach it. Okay. As I'm still thinking here, I already know what I'm going to do animal wise and floral. It's just the background I want to maybe switch up a little bit. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the whole board with a coating of water. Just get it wet. Okay. And since I really don't want the tape to buckle, I just let it float around here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take the camera and we're going to aim it right there. I think you guys should be able to see that. Yeah, you guys can see that. Perfect. Just aim it right there. I'm just going to remove the canvas. Place it right here. Just like so. You should be able to see the majority of it. Alright. Take a little rubbing alcohol. Now remember, the trick of doing this rubbing alcohol deal is it's going to flow towards its lowest point. Okay. I got it pretty high here. I just want to put some drops in places. Like that. And just let it dry. It'll spread, do whatever it's going to do. It'll dry. As it's spreading, it'll evaporate. It's a little cooler than what it usually is in this room, and that's okay. Okay. I'll just let it sit there. Alright. And as it's doing all of that, I shall return when it's nice and dry. After it's all dry, I might glaze over the whole thing in some kind of deep color, and which will accentuate, believe it or not, the splatters there. A deeper color will bring all of that out, because a deeper color will set the remaining colors back. Okay, but I'll explain more on that when I get to that stage. And so I shall return. OBKB, welcome backish. Alright, I sacrificed one of these good Pyrex little dishes and put some blue and red in it. I strongly suggest that you might speak to the other half before doing something like that. Okay. Let's glaze all of this. It's dry now. Plus I had to cook a little something, so it gave me time to let this naturally dry instead of putting a hair dryer to it or something. I would I want to put Mr. Birdie. Okay. And just in the general area, pretty much here or there, where I want to put them, keep them. Okay. I'm just looking to where I put the shampoo. Alright. Now, I will block him in first. I got titanium white. Okay. And basically, his head, Mr. Bird head, will be, oh, I'll draw a little circular pattern right around there. I'll put his head in this direction. Something like this. Alright. Just where I want to put the top of his head there. His bill will more than likely be going down in this direction here. Somewhere around here. Okay. So right now you got a circle. No special shading. This bill, right around there. Okay. Titanium white is opaque. Alright. It'll be in an S formation. Something like that. Then his body goes pretty much down that way. His wing will be somewhere around that area in here. Okay. Something like that. Coming on down here to some sort of a point. And get a little more white. Like I said, I'm basically blocking this fellow in. Like so. Basically, you'll be up around this area in here. The tail angle somewhere down there. Alright, more or less like that. Let's draw that back a little bit. You see where I'm going with this. There. Pretty much like that. Alright. I'm take a little bit the corner of a little of the sky blue. Alright. And I'm just gonna give him a little shading on the underbelly. Just a tad. Only using the corner. A little more there. And some shading underneath him here. Not too much. Very lightly. Maybe shading up under here, but we'll get to that a little bit later. But something like that. The top part, the back part here will be a little bit brighter than what you see here. Now I'm going to get into a little darker blue. Okay. And place some of that deep blue underneath where I want to represent where his wings are. Okay. I'll do little teardrop strokes here and there. Something like that. And then, if I got too much blue, just whiten it up a bit. But I really want some deeper color right where that wing connects in there. Keep it at a flowing motion. But I gotta get a shadow underneath where that wing's gonna be. I will even touch it with a slight amount of black where I want that wing. Okay. Even maybe more of a touch of black, a little bit of that dark blue. Some more blue. Mix it in there a little bit. Just a slight touch and drag. Paint's still pretty pliable. Okay. Something like that. I still want it even deeper as I'm looking at it. It's better to adjust this way. And I want the shadow a little smoother. Especially on the bottom part of the wing towards the rear back here. Something like that. Fade some of that up out of there. Okay. Now, I'll play around with a little bit of highlights using the tip of the brush. And just flow a little bit of it, just in spots. I won't maintain keeping the brush. Now, since this is still relatively quite wet, okay, I'm going to do something a little unexpected. Just around in this area here, down here. Maybe a little bit there. Just have it run a little bit. Right down there. Just like that. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of this brush. Get a smaller brush. Let's play around. A little bit of white, a touch of the light blue, and all put around this area here. Just a little light feathering. Mainly here on the under part. All up under here. Okay. Now I'm flipping the brush over and if you guys can, I'm just little teardrop type of shapes. I'm just taking the brush and just, I'll go to you, and one of these move like a crescent shape, like this, and that's all I'm doing. And as I'm doing that, let's put a little bit of the dark blue, touch of a little sky blue in there, just in little pieces. But not all over the place. I might want to go darker down here by the belly. Down here underneath a little bit. Still want to keep this part pretty dark. I'll go back to that a little bit later. Up under here, I'm going to get some more water. Spray some of that down there. Up here up top. Just let it keep spraying right down. You'll see me do this often. Alright, I still want a little darkness under here. Just a little bit. Okay. Clean the brush off. Very lightly. And I'll get some of that and run some of that down too. Not there. Run a few bits of it down. Something like that. Alright. I'm going to get, I wanted to get it from over there. I want to smooth out a little bit of feathers, not too much. Something like that. I want to give it a slightly darker shade underneath some of these. Just like so. And maybe blend in some of that. Like so. A lot of this will stand out when I put dark. Put some dark around his head and neck area. All around here, I'm going to brighten it up a little bit. Now, if I wanted to lay some more lotion down, I can't, shampoo rather, I can. If I wanted to go that route, but not right now. As I'm strengthening his head area, a bit down here on the neck, more in streaks than anything. Kind of round out his head a little bit. I'm going to take some of this blue shade underneath a little bit. Get rid of some of this pen on the brush. And I'm going to blend using the white that was already on here. Like so. Just like that. Oh, you can't see it. Right up here. Let's zoom in a little bit. I want to be working in on this area anyway. Right up in here. Okay. I'm going to take the tiniest bit of the dark blue right here for the bottom. Continue to, well, let's use a little bit of, maybe a little touch of black and a little bit of the blue. Right up under here. Right up under there. Get rid of the paint that's on there and go back and forth. Doing a nice subtle blend in there, up under there. I don't care about it going down alongside the beak. That's okay. Something like that. Okay. So that's not bad. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'll just leave it alone. There. Something like that. Alright. Let's do something with the highlights on his back. Give it a little semblance of some feathers of some sort. Continue with the S curve. Alright. And I want to keep semblance of some type of feathers on him. Turning the brush over. Maybe, can you see the angles? Of course you can't see the angles. Because I'm doing it with, you're not looking. I'll repeat the process. That's my bad. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Tip of the brush and just lift up. As you get near, I'm turning the brush over. As you get near the top they get a little bit more elongated. Alright, I'm going to use plenty of paint for the tail area. Little teardrops. Turn the brush over, continue the teardrops. Like so. Alright. I can take a little corner of light blue, a little corner here and there. Let me wipe some of that out of there. I don't want to overdo it, but maybe a few in between the wing areas. Little diamond shapes. Not all over, just a little bit. Be closer towards the bottom of the wing maybe. Maybe some up top a little bit. But still maintain the same stroke, same direction. Alright. Something like that. Up under here, I might want a little brightness. A little more white in this area here. Strengthen that area a little bit. Okay. Actually, around, get more of a, get some more white. Really put this white on here. Right around in here. A little bit of the rim of his bottom half of his wing. Whenever you want to accent an area, you use more dark. Put a little touch of black. Mix that in there with the blue. Just accent a little more dark in that part. Alright, that's enough there. And let's get some more strong white. There. Right along the edge here. Just make it stick right out. Like so. Alright. You're going to do the same bright type of pattern along the rim of his neck. If you don't like the way it turns out, you can always maneuver it. Turn the brush over a little bit. Okay, fade some of that out. Let me pull back a little bit. I'm going back up here on this neck here. And I want some more of this dark blue right up around here. Right up all in here, this area here. Maybe a couple up there. Yes, I'm using my finger, fade some of that in there. Like so. I want some brighter areas, but I'm going to use the fine liner for that. For some of this in here. I'll show it to you right now. Keep a little water on the fine line brush. I got titanium white because it's pretty thick white. Get it to a nice inky consistency a little bit. And maybe a few little elongated feathers along the way. Just dip. When you dip your brush, you just twirl it a little bit. I have it. Some of them come right in off of the stronger white patched area. Maybe have some just flicking off the base of the neck a little bit. With titanium white, make sure you get plenty of water. Keep it at a nice inky consistency. Your panel board or your canvas got a little tooth to it. don't want any surprises, you know. Up in here, have a couple of them just trailing off here and there. Keep it as smooth as you can. Alright. I'll give him some right off the top here. Give him some little stringy doodads here. Something like that. Yeah, you can see it. Kind of want it brighter up here. You know, just because the paint's still kind of smooth and flowing along. Use your finger. See that? Give it a little highlight, maybe somewhere in there. Just like that. Take your finger, nice light circular motion, just blend it right in there. Like so. Okay? Now you see you got a nice little sphere shape to him. Alright. Let's give him a little bump in the front. Right up around there. It'll probably be a different color anyway, like a yellowish red or something. Okay. Let's get some more water. I want to get those feathers in the front flowing a little better. Bevel's coming down a little bit. Something like that. Keep it with some of the highlights on the front. Okay, let's do something that beak, because it's probably bothering a lot of people. Okay. Excuse me. I gotta get over you here. Just give it a nice deep yellow and a bright yellow. Actually, I'm just use this yellow and just add white to it. Maybe a touch of the slight touch of red. The slightest touch of red. Eke a little bit of this red out here. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to coat the whole bill in yellow. Okay. The yellow is also picking up a little bit of coloration from what I laid down before underneath. Okay. I'm going to mix a little bit of red on the underside here. I'm going to wipe it off. I'm going to blend that in. Single strokes in one direction. I'll blend it until I'm satisfied with the blend that I have. Now I will mix white with that yellow for the top half, right up here on the top. stick right out. Wipe it off and blend that. Be light with your touch. Believe me, it works for you. You want a nice little blend. See that? It's not bad at all. Alright, this is where a little bit of your black can come in. My highlighter, my script liner rather, a little bit of black. Okay. Now right in the center, let's put like a little teardrop, a little opening right there. And we're going to do his beak. Let's make this a little more inkier than usual. Kind of want to do this in one fell swoop here. Alright, we're going to go in the angle straight down. Try your best to keep it in the center as best as you can. And hopefully the paint is thick enough where it will remain solid, so you get a solid line and it'll break up toward the end back there. But if not, you know, that's okay too. Okay, as I'm looking at it, I want to clean up this this one area here. I use white and yellow. It has to be a little opaque for what I'm about to do. Maybe like around in here. And around here. I'll add a little red to this underneath here. Something like that. Just a touch of red underneath that. If it's too strong, that's what your finger's for. Something like that. I'm going to etch in a little bit of nostril right in here. Right where that bump is. Something like that. Okay. It's not a bird of any particular species. It's just a little heron crane looking thing. Let's go back to wetting this smaller brush up. Now I can add a little more detail. Just the corner of the brush. I'm just wiping just the slight corner of the brush. And maybe touching of a few little feathers or whatever, brighten up certain spots of the bird here. Let's aim that downward. I'll show you where I'm at. Just a little spots here and there. Just in little spots. Nothing major. If you want to, if you want to tease a little leg in there, okay, the leg's a little orange, so I'll get some yellow. Obviously yellow and red makes what? Orange. Just maybe a slight hint. Gets a little thicker up here. Maybe the slightest hint of a leg. Only the slightest hint. I'm going to do something with this too. You'll see in a second. And take a little spray bottle and you can get rid of some of that too. Just wanted to fade a little bit. And if you got to be a stickler, okay, I'll tease in a little another leg. If you got to be a little stickler or something, maybe he has one. Check this out. You got a little knobby knee there. Have it go back down. Something like that. Up to you. Really, don't have to put it there. And you put some more white. A little tufts of white. A little separation here. Something like that. And just spray some of that away. Just like that. A little bit here and there. Just let it drip downward, drip away. Okay. Alrighty then. I want to highlight his beak a little more with pure white. Run on the top here. And more or less something like that. Just have it jut out a little bit. Alright. Let's work on this guy's eyes. Let us give him... There's a couple ways you can do this. As a matter of fact, let me show it to you this way. This way is easier. And I'll bring it up toward his eyeball. Let's zoom in on this guy's eye for a second. I'm going to use the yellow. Okay. Water it down a little. I'm going to use a thicker, even though I watered it, I'm going to use a thicker concentration of paint, a little heavier. Okay. Let's put his eyes, or his eye, I'll give him a nice sized eye. Right here. I'm going to twirl some more paint on the brush. Solid, bright. Right there. Okay. Watch this. Rinse off the brush. I'm taking black and this deep blue, mixing them both together. Dip in the water, using still the highlight brush, the script liner brush. I'm still working on a way to show you the palette while I mix. And I'm going to give him a ring. Dark. Right around that eye. I would like to try to do it in one fell swoop if I could, but if not, just go over it till you get the proper thickness, what you want around his eye, his or her eye. Okay, like I said, I want a kind of a big ring around their eye. Just plop a pupil. And get some more blue. Get some more black. Actually, it's not the fact of I'm losing paint. It's that it's starting to dry up. There. The inkier, the better. And it is a pretty light touch. Keep it as solid as you can. Okay. Boy, that eye's huge. Now that brought it right into the realm of just cuteness, right? Alright. Might be a little too big. Now it's like all cute, like a cartoon. But it's okay. Time for little lines. North, south, east, west. And I'm going to go even smaller. I'm just twirling the brush around because I know I have extra paint on them. Something like that. Okay. Not done yet. Not done yet. Not by a long shot here. Need some highlight for that eye. No water. Pure white paint. Okay. Let's give him one, maybe above the eye in a semicircle. Like so. Give him a nice highlight. Oh, maybe around there. And another smaller one there. Something like that. Okay. I want some shadow. Little shadow around this area in here. Just a slight one. Yes, I'm using my finger again. Just a little shadow around his eye, pupil area. Really want the edge to be a little softened. And if your fingers are too large, then you just destroy the bottom edge. Just bring it right on out. Okay. A little bit more. And it's using some water. Destroy the outside edge a little bit. Just bring it outward like that. There. Mix it right in to the other surrounding color of white. That's all I'm doing, is going back and forth. That's about it right there. something like that. I still want the under half to be a little on the darker side. I'm mixing some quick purple with the red and the blue, the script liner brush, twirling it around right under here. Just a little stronger under shadow. I want there, like so. And if I want, and I will, regardless if I want, I'm doing it now. I'm actually using lotion to loosen up the paint instead of dipping into the water. Okay. And maybe a few little feathery rounded off. Not necessarily all over the place. Just in certain spots. Up on top here, a little brighter than the white that's on there. If I wanted to add little bits of gray, I could add little bits of gray in it too. Let's zoom out. Let's see what we got here. Alright guys, that don't look too bad, right? Look like somebody's animal of some sort. Okay, while that's doing that, I want to really accentuate some more of his plumage leaking, just dripping off in the spots. So I'm going to put a little of white there in the water. The water, have it drip down in spots like so. Just traveling down a little bit. Loosen it up with the water. Something like that. Okay. Something like that. I was going to do it for the beak itself, but I'll just keep it down this way. It's okay. I'm just going to try something here. I usually do this too. I'm going to try a little something. Get some light orangey pink going on here. Get some water. Loosen it up a little bit. Glaze a little bit of the pink up in here. Okay, need a little more. There. I don't really want to deaden his eye, so I'm going to dip back into a little bit of black and go around that edge of his eye a little bit. I just want a little color around his eyeball. Dipping a little bit into the blue, into the black. Strengthen that eye again. And maybe strengthen, no, but pure titanium white, strengthen. Glare on the top a little bit. Alright, let's leave that be. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. I think I'm gonna, well, I'll just show you. It's easier for me to show you than to try to explain it. I'm going to get some more of the shampoo. This time on the outside edge of the bird. All in here. Okay? Because I got to pretty much all in here. Now where it's dry, remember, this acrylic dries pretty fast. Up around here in certain spots of the bird, I want it pretty dark. Just in certain areas. Okay. I'm going to get some more of this deep blue. I already had some here. I don't need that. It's the wrong blue anyway. Prussian. Some of this dark blue. A little blue, a little black. And some deep green. That I've used before. And we're going to play around like that. Get some little leaves going here and there. Oh, let's have one go up, spread, go out, come on down like that. Oh, let's have another one. Well, we got a little piece of something there. Let's give a little friend there. Let's go round down, right on across. Dip it into green, dip it into dark blue, dip it into black, a little more blue, tiny bit of lotion, shampoo, not lotion, shampoo. It just keeps the paint slick, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to do some more. Let's have one stringing around like that. One stringing down like that. Just keep going down. And then we keep playing around. Let's have one go up past his beak. On the other side. One coming up the other side, going up like this. Okay. Man, we have him come from over there. One go past his head. Something like that, straight off the page. Yeah, if I want it to go straight off the page, it's going to have to be a little thicker like that. Something like that. Let's go back. Let's zoom back. You can see what I'm doing here. Okay. If you want a little blue, a lightish blue color, just for variety's sake, and maybe dip one end into some of the dark, and we can string some out around here, like that. Now you see how when it comes out of the dark, almost a two-dimensional type of feel. Okay, this is brighten up that blue a little bit, so it really shoots out from right around here, on down. Okay, you see how it just sticks right on out of there? All sorts of little doodads and tricks you can do. Let's put one coming over these guys like that. Run on over. Like so. Okay. Let's dare to be different. Let's put a red one in there. A little greenish red. Let's have him just trailing downward. A little deeper red for this guy for the next go around. There we go. Yeah, you guys can, hopefully you guys can see that down there. the sand film cut right into the bird itself. Wrap it right around him. And you know, you see that little drip that keeps going? Let's put it into that drip. Let's do that. This is how you solve that issue. Put a leaf right by him. Going right down. And we're going to put another one. He'll swoop around and down. Just like that. But I want him to have a darker top. There. And we got this one here, this guy right down here on the bottom here. So that ends that. Okay, I think we got enough of these little trailers going on all around here. Okay, we're gonna have to brighten things up a bit. So, a little white, a little bit of this brighter blue color, more white though. And let's get some little one stroke, little leaves like that going on here. Just in spots here and there. Something like that. And have it just play around here and there. Doing them in pretty quickly. Once you get the hang of it, you know, it's pretty cool. Dip into a little bit of yellow, red, white. Just make a big mashup of color. And let's put one or a couple. Yeah, maybe this way, coming around this way. So you just put like, you know, one here, another one around here. Turn the brush over, put one aiming that way. Give them, make sure they have the little peaks to them. Okay. A little more lotion here. Liven that up a little bit. A little more white. Just pat it around. Let's do that again. That. Let's put one right around here. And you gotta put one right in the center, like so. And put another one here. And let's put a couple. Put one trailing here. Maybe one up around here. Around here. Around there. Let's keep it going. Let's keep going downward. Something like that. Right over the other plants too. Something like that. If you guys can't see it, I'll zoom in a little bit. Alright, see. Okay. Let's move back. Alright. Let's liven things up a little more. Let's keep it a little more white somewhere around here. Yeah, we'll have one stringing around right there. That's fine. Right around in here. If you got to overlap some of them, overlap some. Doesn't matter. Okay? Overlap right into the other plant if you have to. Something like that. Okay? Let's make some little tendril things. Flopping around. I'm still going to put a major flower right in this area somewhere in here. Be a nice flower of some sort. Ooby KB. Alright, little tendril deal. Getting a little green, a little yellow. Brighten it up a little bit. Water it up a little bit. Still want an inky consistency of some sort. Let's put them just shooting out around here or something like that. A little brighter. Where do you want it to stick out? And let's have one coming around here. Gotta have it still at an inky consistency. Okay. Yeah, you guys should be able to see that. I'm just making them twirl around, go in between one leaf, out the other. Have them circle around like that. Alright. Make it a little more visible. Something like that. Oh, let's have one. Oh, let's have one trailing down here. So now it's got to be a little darker. Get some water. Go into your deep green. Little deep green, a little bit of this dark blue. Because you're going into the lighter areas, you definitely want it to be seen. Let's try this for example. Let's go around here, go past one, leave, go down to the other one. And nice little circle here. We're going to have one guy trailing on down. Keep it watery. Something like that. Let's have another one here, just snaking around. Like that. And let's get a brighter color going. Okay. We'll have another one. He's just eking around here. This one here, he's got issues. He just don't know where to go. Something like that. Alright. Let's try for a little cute little rosebud deals. Alright. We're going to, I'm trying to look and see what main color I have. It's not looking too good. Alright. Anyway, I need my deep green regardless. So I'm going to take the brush, coat it in nothing but green. Actually, I did it wrong. I'm sorry. Forgive me. That's why I was looking for that color. I was wrong. Yeah, this is what I need. That would have been a very, very sad move on my part. You take your script liner, okay, this thing, you're going to coat it all with red. Coat it with red. So it looks like you poked yourself in the eye right there. Alright? After the red, then you coat only the tip with green. Like so. Alright? Alright. Let's do one. Let's do it right around here. Let's do one right around here. Look, like come out of his neck, come down, and push. That's one. Come down for another one, out of his, and there goes another one. Okay. We're going to coat with the red one more time. And I'm going to scoop up green just on the tip. Looks like this. I'll zoom in. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'll zoom in on the back of the bird here. Right around that area. Let's go. Oh. Let's have a snake around, move around. Right there. There go one. Let's do it again. Snake around the other side, go further down. There go the second one. Okay. You know what? Since we're having so much fun, let's do two more. Okay. We'll put them down below. Somewhere down here somewhere. Okay. Oh, we'll have one. You know what? Let's draw it back a little bit. Let's aim downward. Because we got two up by his head. So let's trail one. You know what? Let's help this guy out here. The one that didn't know what to do. We'll put one right down here. And we'll have his little partner comes trailing around in front of the bird. Right around there. Something like that. Add a little color. Something a little different. Let's move around to the front of the bird. Around this area here. Okay. Let's have one branching underneath this leaf, right up around here. Run down there. Okay. Need a little more green. I got plenty of red. It's the green that I need. Alright. That should be enough green for what I want. And let's snip around. Go straight down like that. That's pretty slick. Alright, enough of that. Let's go back. Put it back. Put it back, and back more, back more, back more. Let's see what we got here. Let's put you in front of the picture here. Alright. Still not done yet. I'll zoom it in a little bit. But there, what you have so far. Alright. Got this little cartoon thing, bird. Alright. Got this little background a little bit. A little dark around the area where it should be. I think I'm going to put some larger leaves in here too. Just to put them in there. I'm going to still aim for the flower somewhere up around here. And then that would be the end of the painting. Okay, so let's put some, I might as well keep you right there. I forgot to clean off my 1-inch brush, but that's okay. Dry it right off. She's fine. I don't know if I want to use this brush. This brush didn't quite survive. I don't want to use this brush. Let's use this one. Alright. Let's get a nice deep color here. Oh, I'm right in front of you guys. I'm going to have to tilt this, turn this camera back over to the side. Like so. Let's go toward the back of the bird once more. And let's zoom in. Get these leaves going. Alright. Dip a little bit into the lotion here. I'm going to use black, this deep green together. A little bit of this blue. I want to get a pretty deep dark color for the base of these leaves. I want to get plenty of it. Okay. There. It's like all on the wrong end of the brush, on the back toward the furrow, which is no good. Don't do that. Alright, let's put a couple of cool looking leaves around here. Let's put one right around in here like that. Kind of thick, a little thin toward the front. Almost like an airplane taking off. And we're going to do another one right here. There's like an imaginary horizon line for a leaf like this. Okay, well, we got that one. Let me just put another one somewhere, and I'll show you how. Let's put one. I really don't want to go over the bird. Let's put one, a smaller one in this direction right here. So it's almost like a kite. It gets kind of wide, then angled like this. But the point you're going to put all the branches, all the leaves are right here. Okay. And you're going to go slightly outside the line you made, and you're going to aim right toward that point. Like so. Maybe up like that. Okay. Let's do a little highlighting. Of course I don't have any white. Put a little white in there. And we're going to, there. I can use whatever surrounding color, but I'm going to just add white right now. Because you're going to need color. This is mixing white, so it's not really the best white in the world to use, but it's okay. Right now I got a really lightened version of what I just put down, which is actually perfect. Okay. And we're going to go from this side. You're going to go a little bit outside of that edge, and you're going to slowly lift when you drag. So you're going to place, drag, slowly lift. Like that. Okay. Everything's going to go toward that center. Alright. Even on the other side. Well, the other side, let me wipe this off the brush. Excess paint that I don't need. The other side will be a tad darker. Okay. And it's the same premise. Alright, I'm going to add a little more light blue to that side. Like so. Need a nice cooler color. And then I will highlight the stem part of it, like so. Okay. Basically, it's how it goes. I'm using a little red this time. A little red, a little blue. And we're going to do the same thing on this one. It's just the highlights a little different. Like so. Let's blue the other. Oops, let's blue the other side a little bit. And don't forget where your horizon is. Okay. And a little bit of red on that brush. There. Something like so. Let's pull back. Now you have them both. Okay. Let's put a playful one right around up here. Nice little bright one right around here. And we're just gonna a little playful thing there. Like that. And let's darken it a little bit on one side. Right around here. Let's play around. Darken it a little bit. It's like you can see him, but you can't see him. Right above his head here. Right in here. It's like he's there, but he's not there. But he's there. Okay. What else can I do? Just to be disruptive. Put a little doers in here like that. Maybe one coming across that way. Have their own little thing going on. Okay. I still need some color, some loud color in there, just popping around somewhere. It's a little red, a little white. Just something to spark up things a little. Put a little firebrand in here somewhere. Something like that. And maybe a couple of them in here. Have it go right over the lines. It's okay. Maybe plop one right around here somewhere. Usually I kind of want them where it's kind of dark. Something like that. I need something just to wake it up a little bit in certain areas. Right around here. Maybe one over this leaf here. It's coming out of places. Okay, like I said, that should be fine enough. Just little things coming. Maybe just worded that up and do that again. Something like that. Come up around here. Maybe somewhere down there. It's just actually more water than anything else. And maybe just a touch of white. Maybe something cutesy around here. Something like that. I mean, it's little bits and pieces of whatever, anywhere you can pretty much put it. Don't matter. It breaks up the, little monotony a little bit. Okay. Now, with all that done, I shall move on to a larger flower somewhere around here. Looks like one of those Muppet birds, don't it? Okay, anyway, let's draw back a little bit. That's what she's looking like right now. And remember, I didn't even peel off the tape yet. But I can. I'll show you what it looks like with the tape peeled off. And maybe I will. Maybe I'll put the flower in front of all of this. And it will look kind of crazy. Anyway, let's peel the tape off. As you can see, when I peel the tape off, a lot of the water had gotten underneath it, which I presumed it would have anyway. Okay, it's gonna do from the other side. But you will generally get kind of the idea of what I was doing here. So what I'm going to do, if I can find another part of the tape, if I can't find it, I'll go from this end here. It's no big deal. Alright, as you can see, you can barely see the white stripe. But there's one going across the bird this way, one going across this way, and one going down. But it has been leaked through with all of the layers of color, which is fine. Because I have to wait till it dries, take tape, go over it, or I can just take no, I would rather take the tape and just tape up, but this time on opposite ends, and just go over it with the white real good. Let it dry, go over it again, so you get that nice strong solid white. Excuse me, and there you go. It will look like you're looking through broken glass. Okay. And I might just keep it like this, but I still want to put my flower in there. But we'll see. We'll see. But we'll come back, let this dry, I'll tape it up, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, I'm back. I love it when a painting potentially has this thing about going south, because then I can show you what to do when it does, when something unexpected happens. I kind of expected this though. When I'm doing a tape project and the liquid seeps through the tape and you get the coloration from all the other previous layers. Alright, it's not a hard fix. Titanium white covers all, and that's all I'm doing. I took 1/2-inch tape and let's say it's a little reverse engineering here. All I'm doing is straight from the tube, titanium white, and I'm going over the white that I had meant to keep white. It just didn't do it, so it's okay. But what I am doing is I'm going to create the white all over again. Alright, as you see, it's not really a difficult process to do. You do titanium white straight off the tube, no medium. It will dry rather quickly, and you can go over it again. You go over it as many times as you need to get it to that point of pure white that you want. Okay, and that's all I'm doing. Alright, putting the cap back on the paint. Like I said, this is straight from the tube titanium white. It does dry rather quickly, so as I'm going over one side, I can actually take the white and go over the previous side, putting yet another layer of white on. Okay, and then on the longest part here, get yourself plenty of titanium white so you don't have to keep opening up the tubes. I want to put the cap on, because you got some colors that will bleed through the white, red, any type of magenta, mauve, purple, tend to bleed through when it dries. So you just keep going over that. Okay. Now I'm gonna keep playing with it. The shorter streak ones, you can put the paint on fairly thick, which is what I'm doing. And just tend to go in one direction. Okay. Even if you have to go up and down like this, and then lightly brush it the other way. On the longer strip, you got a lot of the mauve color. Okay. I'm just going downward, covering up a lot of the magenta, and lightly brush around across, just like so. And that's basically it. I do have the painting upside down if you haven't noticed. Just rinsing off my brush really good. And then I'll just take the tape off. Hopefully there won't be no bleed through. Hopefully. I'm about to find out in a few seconds. Okay. Turn her around. There. Let's see what happens. Let's put this behind the... That's ready too. And just peel it right off. Hopefully you'll see what I'm talking about. You see the effect it has. There. Alright, there you have it. Pretty cool, yeah? If I wanted to, I could put a black border around it or a white border around it. And if I did put a white border around it, it would actually bring this even further back. Okay, as a painting as a whole. I might just keep it like this, but just put a thin border around it. I like the way it looks. I'm picturing it right now if I put a black border around it. A white border will keep the lines more up in front and put the subject in the back. A black border around it will put even the white lines in the back and the creature in the leaves further back. So I'm trying to decide which way I want to go with it. But when I have it posted, I guess you'll find out, right? Okay, just wanted to show you the process and what it takes if you wanted to do something like this. Alright. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks pretty cool. I guess I'll find out what everybody else thinks about it when I post it. And it wasn't really too bad to do. Not much of a hassle, really. The longest part it took was just the background and everything. So, hope you guys like it. And see you again next time. Later.